of the other videos, and that is you want to lay it out around your perimeter, okay, first. All right. And then once you get the perimeter laid out, okay, and then here I had my drain, all right. And this will get closer. This will have some rocks in here, okay. Fill in that spot. And anyways, then you want to get your center, and from that point you get it laid out. All right, get the perimeter laid. Then you come in, you start filling in the middle. Now this particular shower, you've got all these angles, okay, which starts creating problems as far as straight cuts. But once you have your perimeter figured out, all right, what I've done is I then went from the front to the back, came over here to where the drain is front, and then with this being cut up here at this angle, all right, it changes things. So I put in everything that was straight, okay? And what I had to do with this river rock, the way it's, let me zoom out, is these three here go into this notch here on the other piece of tile, right? Now, these aren't really tile. And then here's another notch, all right? And on the next sheet of river rock, you'll have these three, or these three up here. And that's designed to go into these notches, all right? And so you cut them off, all right? So you remove these three rocks, and that would put you in the corner. David Enos, hello, brother. Glad you're here. So that way you get it straight. Now, if it turns out where you've got to use this other side, all right, then you just take out these three at this corner, these bottom three. You take out these bottom three, and then what you end up with is basically a straight edge by removing those three. So you get rid of the notch. And you now have something that's going to be straight that will go along the wall. Semi-straight anyway. Here's one up close and personal, and this has been thin setted down here, all right? And you can still fill in if you want, but grout's going to go in there, and then the grout creates its own design between and around the rocks, which really gives it a very nice look. And then if you want it to blend in, or you do a grout color that stands out. Now this is on the back of the box, but if I can get the right angle, see, the grout itself starts creating its designs around the rocks, and even the spaces look cool between them, okay? And so whether you do a grout that blends in or a grout that stands out is up to you. You can even get creative and maybe get a hold of some blue or get some of that, what's that called? At the moment, I'm going brain dead. It's epoxy. You can get colored epoxy, and you could, which is a little more money than grout, but the big picture in the long run, it's worth it if you're able to afford putting epoxy down. It's a little bit more work as well, but it sure is worth it. I'm going to add a water resistant into my grout, so that will resist dirt and add more water repellent to the grout so that it lasts that much longer for years to come. But this this epoxy is top notch. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And you get in colors, you know, you could do colors, whatever color you want, basically, from what I understand. But anyways, so you want to do the perimeter. You want to get your edges. You want your sections of your rock, of your river rock, straight, you know, so remove the necessary outside stones. So you have a decently straight edge to go around the perimeter, and then start filling in everywhere where it's straight. And then you end up with the sections. Like in this particular shower, I had these sections. Most showers, the shower seat, you know, creates some angles, and the way the shower is designed in general. But most showers are just rectangle, so they're really straightforward. I spend a little over $10 a sheet for these river rocks, and they're cool. And there's a benefit to these river rocks or stones. Foot massage. As you're walking on it, they're slightly uneven, which is a good thing in the sense that it gives you a foot massage. As you're walking on those rocks and they're just slightly uneven, it's hitting on pressure points in your feet. And it's actually giving you a semi foot massage, which is something we don't even stop to think about in general. So that's kind of cool. There's a benefit to it besides it looks really nice and it's with these 2x2 tiles are really nice. We have Wayne. Does that make it with Wayne? Oh, hey, Emmy's Wacky World. Thanks for being here. You can go back and do a replay and see what the floor and all that. So this mosaic tile on the floor is real easy to work with, but this river rock is even easier to work with than the 2x2s. And it's great. And they're about the same price. So anyways, that's my experience with these rocks on this, with this backing. It rolls with the floor. They don't have to be level as long as your floor's got a nice, even, semi-even slope. You fill in the uneven spots, if there is any, or low spots with your thin set. And then you let that dry. And then you put your tile down. And you can check it out and test it before you ever make it solid. After you build in, if there's any low spots or whatever, you put a 2 foot, 4 foot level in there and you check it, and where it's low, sometimes you just have to add more thin set in those spots, depending on how good a job it's been finished to start with. So sometimes you got to fill it in, let it set dry overnight. Other times you can just add a little extra thin set and then go ahead and lay your shower tile in there, or your mosaic, or your stones, the river rock. Let's see. It says, I'm fantastic. Nathan, keep, I don't know how I'm reading this. The house had a nice bath, and later today I have to continue tending to comments. Yeah, most definitely. Well, Emmy's Wacky World, thanks for being here for sure. I hope this is helpful and beneficial to you. If you go back and do the replay, you'll see. But anyways, I was just dropping in here for just a few. I'm right in the middle of getting started here. And I'm going, I haven't given a good enough explanation of how to lay this floor. And I still feel like I'm lacking information. So it's a little frustrating. But in the strips down here, I'll show you. Thank you. Thank you. Emmy, that's not Emmy's. Elman's Wacky World. All right, well, see down here, I'm going to have to cut the strip to fill in this strip here, okay? And where you have these cutouts, see, this is what I cut off the ends, all right, to make them straight. And these go right in to this area. See, you just fill it in, okay? And then I can put a smaller rock in that space, or the grout itself will look okay when it's finished. Right now it looks bad. But it just all depends, you know? Like here, for example. See, this fits in here really nice. You can't even tell I fit them in. See that? So you just find the ones that fit really nice, and you fit them in there. And it just fills that gap. Then you cut your strips, and you lay your strips in the center, and it all blends in, and it looks really good. And, you know, if you never seen me do this, you'd never know. Now, there are some people that will take these river rocks, individual rocks, to make a pretty big, pretty deep, probably like halfway of the rock up, maybe like a ½ inch, a thin set first through an area, and set their rocks in there individually, and then put more thin set down, lay their river rocks in there individually. Take a, oh, where's my tool? Oh, let me get this tool. I'll show you. You take this tool here, and this you just kind of press it down evenly, and this helps to make it all even. Okay? And they do them individually. It just takes more thin set to hold them down. That's all. So these give you a foot massage I mentioned earlier. And something you don't think about with river rock, you know, you're in here taking a shower and you're getting a foot massage all at the same time, because there's slight differences in heights, you know, they all vary a little bit. And so that's the benefit. Well, thank you very much, David. It's looking okay right now. It's not much to look at. It really isn't. But I'm really wanting to present as much information as I can. And, you know, teach you what I know, and as it's on my mind, you know. I'm not an expert. I've been learning how to do this over the last year. I was a finished carpenter as a trade, which gave me the knowledge to figure this out, the ability to figure this out. And watched a few videos and myself, you know. But you pick up a little bit of information here and there. Not everybody gives you much information. RG Homestead, good afternoon, Ken, and all on the chat as well. Well, thank you, RG. You'll have to go back to the beginning and do a replay where I'm, you know, you kind of get the whole thing here, all the information. I just put up 2 videos on how to cut around the shower drain, how to cut this angle I'll show you right now. Putting in this piece right here, cutting this angle. This angle here, all right, goes into this corner along the side of that shower seat. Okay. Some people would be struggling with how to do this. And so I'm just trying to simplify for those that are looking for the information, trying to do it themselves, and they're learning, you know, make that process that much easier for them. Because I remember looking for information like this and not getting it. You know, it was really lacking big time. I'm going to get busy. I'm not getting anything done standing here talking. And you might, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So I'm just going to cut some strips here that I'm needing to make, and you'll see that process as I go. And that way, you know, you can just see what I'm doing. But I'm going to need to turn this camera around, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Let me get this started. Get it put up in my stand. Get my stand set up here. Okay, bear with me for just a minute as I get it put on my stand. All right. Who wants to see the toilet? Nobody. Not funny. All right, bear with me as I'm getting this set up. Having a little bit of technical difficulties that we're going to fix, not now, but right now. All right. Okay. Now, that's my body sprayers over there. Okay. That's what you're looking at. Yeah, get acquainted if you don't know each other. Definitely get acquainted. And let me get zoomed in. It's not zooming in. And there we go. Now we're zooming in. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut strips for this area right here. Okay. What I find is I'll use a razor knife to cut the matting, but it doesn't, it's to try to get around the rocks and flip these mats over on the back side. I find it a little bit more difficult to do that way. So the scissors work great. You know, you can just get in and around the rock and maneuver it really well. And that works. So let me get this opened up. And I'll check the chat after the live stream. Okay. Okay, now, hopefully, if these are glued down here, I'm going to have to use another package. These are glued down to the cardboard, the backing. I had to peel those off yesterday. That was terrible. All right, I have one that's loose right here. So this is great. I can demonstrate. Okay, should have checked that in the first place. Okay, now, here we just cut around. All right, here. Now, these three can go right here in this space. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, I'm wanting to make strips, and these three here, they can get removed, we cut off, and they can go over here and fill that spot. Okay, I have this spot filled in with these. All right, there you go. This is filled in here. And then on the back side, where you probably can't see it, that's all filled in. Now, this is a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this mat, okay, if you drag them, it helps, okay, and now you get them in right where you want them, over here, okay, now that's where those are going to go. And then you can mark it, all right? Now, so if you leave them on the cardboard, if you just leave them down here on the cardboard, put these back on this board, okay? Like this, all right? And you leave them right here, and you bring it to this edge. Now, all I got to do is take my razor knife or your scissors or a pencil, and I take my razor knife and I can mark this right here, okay? This is just like using a pencil. Okay, now I have that marked. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my wet saw and I'll cut it, all right? And since we're live, you're going to be able to see how cutting this river rock goes. All right. It's sealing time. Sealing time. What is sealing time? I'm not talking about sealing my shower. I'm talking about looking at my ceiling. Okay, here we go. And I'm on Zoom. So I'll have to adjust this when we get outside. Sorry about this. This is where I wish I could fast forward it. Put it on time lapse or something, you know. This would be great if I could hit a time lapse. YouTube ought to do that. When you're going live, when you're making a transition or something, they should give you a time-lapse mode that you can go into so that you don't have all this dead time. All right, I'm out here at the saw, and you're going to be looking at how I get set up. All right, thanks everybody for being here. Okay, let me get a better angle on this. Let me get it. Maybe I get it. Maybe this will do it. Right there. Now let's zoom in. Whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen. Now, come on. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. I'm glad everyone's here. Emmy's Wacky World says thank you. And thank you, everybody. I'll be checking this live stream after this. I'm trying to zoom in more. There we go. Now you'll be able to see what's going on. All right. Here's where I made the cut on the board. All right. Now I get that lined up right here. I get this cut lined up. Okay, I get my rock right where I want it in position here. Right there. Okay. Get it lined up. Right there. You want a little bit of play. Okay, a little bit of play. So if it's a little bit loose, you're okay. Remember, the grout creates its own designs running around and through the rock itself, which gives you some contrast. So space is okay as long as it's not too much space. Okay, it's always a good idea to turn this machine off before you pull it back. All right, that's how that's done. Okay, let's drain the water off. I had the first guy, I thought he knew he was working on this shower, cutting his tile. And instead of standing here and letting this drip, or taking a squeegee on the flat tile and squeegeeing the tile off, he'd walk in my house with the tile dripping. This water turns brown because it still contains the cut from the dust from the rocks. Anyways, or the tile. You get these spots, and that was my first sign. He needed to know more about what he was doing. Because on jobs I have worked on, you'd get fired if you did that one. All right. Can't see my eyes. 3 people. Thanks for being here. All right. Let's, here we go. Sorry about the face shot. And we're going to go put this in that section of shower flooring and see how it's going to fit. And remember, any gaps you may have, you just fill them in with the rocks that the river stones that you have cut off or left over from what you've had to cut. So you have all this extra material to work with that you can use to fill in these areas that need to be filled in. All right, let's Get back down here to the shower floor. All right. Let me zoom in a little more. All right, there we go. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope this is enough information here. Okay. And if you have any suggestions for me, you know something about this that I don't, feel free to tell me. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Here we go. All right, now it looks like what I have here. Oh, the hair do shot. All right. So, let me see what you right. These stones right here need to be cut, okay? If I cut these stones, it'll all fall in place. This will move forward because actually I need to cut these stones right across this edge right here at this point, and this will fit in like a glove. Okay? No, the gap is okay. I'm gonna, this is where you gotta decide. This is where you have to decide. What direction am I gonna go in? Am I gonna cut these 3 stones? This one will lay in there. That one will be fine. These 2 need to be cut. But if I cut these all the way across, then these will move forward. All right, like this. Bring this down a little more. Okay. Get those like that. And then I'll have some space where I can fill in there. Or what if I think I like that better. I think that'll be okay. I'll just have to put some rocks and filler in here with add a rock or 2 or 3. And so if I do that, I'm going to cut these right here. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut these stones right here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Got to get this mark on here. Then just cut it straight across. All right. Cut that straight across, all the way across. Okay. And then this will fit. I could remove these 3, or I just remove them. Okay. I could cut them, but I think I'm just going to remove them. All right. Just like I did on the other. Decisions. See, you might want to keep them and cut them like I was going to. But it's just as easy to see. That's why I use these scissors, because this can be a pain to get around this. All right. I could pull the mat completely up and cut it. All right, but I have some more cutoffs that will fit in this space a lot nicer. Okay. Maybe like these right here. This is a little smaller. Let's see here. All right, let's take this. I like the matting on the back of this because it will help to kind of hold it down. I don't have to use as much thin set. Okay. That'll fit there. This fits. Well, let's turn this around. It's a puzzle. And if you like puzzles, you'll do great with this. I'm okay with puzzles. I'm not great with puzzles, but I'm all right. Now, when you take these out, all of these are just setting in here. These are actually in thin set. You got to take them out in order so that the top one goes down first. When I take these out, I'll either take them out in one big stack, or I'll have a couple stacks, and you take them out in order, just like you're going to put them down. So I'll take out this one, and this one, and this one, okay? No, I'm sorry. Because you put them down, you put them back in reverse that you picked them up. So it all depends on how you want to lay them, okay? But you figure it out whether you're going to put them down in reverse, or you're going to put them down in the same order you picked them up in. And that's the only technical part or difficult part about putting these back in, because I got to put thin set down, then lay the stone, put thin, and do another section of thin set and put in the stone, the mats, the stone matting, okay? And that's the only thing to that. So just remember, you can go in reverse of how you picked it up. And it's just what you got to figure out when you do it. If you have solid tiles, you can number them. And numbering them is great. Maybe if I had a marker, I could number them with a marker, a felt tip marker, a black one or a red one, right? And I could just write on the rock. And I could mark them as well, number them. So there's several methods that you could use. I would say numbering them is probably the most easiest and straightforward, just so you don't get them mixed up by mistake, and then that just makes it more difficult when you're fighting it, and that's never fun. Okay. So for the next piece, I went and left that other piece out. I'm going to go get that piece I left on the saw table. All right, hold on. Make friends. That's what it's about. All right, we're back. Thanks again, everybody. Okay. I have some spare pieces here. All right, I can use for fill. Now, get this in order. Let's put this next one down. All right. Now, let's put this to that edge. All right. Now, it looks like all I got to do is, all right, you got that all in line. That's all in line. Okay, it's come up just a hair. Okay, so we're good right there. I got a little bit of space here at the rock on that edge. All right. By the looks of this, all I'm going to have to do is cut here, all right? But this doesn't really work well. That's what I say. These scissors maneuver around this really well, okay? Now I shouldn't have to cut anything. This should just fall right in place here. Should. And I may have to cut a little bit. All right, which is okay. This gives me a better view of what I need to do. All right. Let me turn this around this way. All right, let's see how it goes this way. Remember, you're dealing with a puzzle. And okay, so if I go like this, okay. Okay, maybe I'd have to cut any of on the saw. Okay, what I'm seeing here, if I just remove this one, this one, this one, I may be good. Okay, now the other thing is you can also pull these off the matting. They're hot glued down. And this particular matting is like a plastic matting. All right. Now, if I raise these up, all right, get on top of that mat. Okay, this fits in there. This fits. Bam. It's all good. There it is. Now, looks like I could take, nah, not that one. That one's not going to work. All right, let me see what I have here. Maybe this. Right there, see that? See, the scissors cut this much better. And bam, there you go. Just like that. Piece of cake. Or I can put this in any direction. You know, again, it's a puzzle. You can stick it in there whatever direction or whatever angle you like that makes you happy. Or you find another one, you know. It's that simple. Okay, now, I don't think you can see back against the seat around the corner. I'm not thinking. I got to double check and see if you can see what I'm seeing. No, you can't see what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take you over here. Now, what I have left here is a spot you're looking at right there. Okay? This spot right here. Got to fill that spot. And we do it the same way. We do it the same identical way. Your watches, you know, develop. You just keep cutting and filling it in. And that's how it's done. It's not difficult. A lot of times, you know, when you don't know, something seems much more difficult than what it is. And if you've never done it before, well, then there are some skills maybe that need to be developed as you go through the process. they'll be developed. And so that's the good news. But remember, if you're developing the skill, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to mess material up. But it's like going to school, you know, it's a lot cheaper education than it would be if you were paying for it. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we're filling the spots. And you just keep doing the same process. Okay? Now, I got this tile stuck to itself. Not stuck to itself, I'm sorry. If this tile, some of this tile is stuck to the cardboard backing, it's glued to it. And it's a real pain. You end up having to pull the cardboard off the back of the rock, you know, and it's a mess and a hassle. See, like this right here. They just cost me time and money, okay? Because you got to peel all this off. But I've got another sheet back here, and that's not going to fit. All right, I've got another sheet that's free. It's loose, I'm saying. It's freed up. It's not stuck to the cardboard. That's what I mean by free. This river rock cost me around $10 a sheet. It may be a little more now. It's getting more popular. And it may be considerably more money nowadays. I haven't priced it in a while. It may be 12 bucks a sheet, which isn't terrible, but I don't know what it's going for at the moment. I can tell you when I bought it, it was 10 bucks. Okay, now I took it off that cardboard back, but I'm gonna have to put it back on the cardboard so I have something to use to market. And get it cut. Okay. This was for my drain here. Okay. My first video, I'm cutting the drain, the rock with a 90-degree angle grinder. It's a 4.5 inch or 5 inch diamond blade. All right. Now, when I do this, I can also determine the design on the rocks, what designs I like, and where I want it to go on in here, you know. This particular sheet has some really cool looking rock, you know, the designs in the rock are really cool. They've got a lot of character. And you can, you know, pick your sheets by just the character of the rock and lay it out that way too. Okay, keeping that in mind. Okay, so this here, I want to cut it at this point. All right. And this is why I say you want to, let's bring this back a little bit so I can see behind it. I can see right here at this edge. Okay, now this applies even if you're doing roofing and you're going around a pipe or something, or an air vent, you do it the same way, okay? And then I come over here and I catch the edge right here. All right, now I can mark this with my pencil just for GP. Okay, I can mark the rock if I want. Okay, over here. But that's just the visual for you guys. All right, there's my two marks where my cuts. Takes the place of the pencil. All right, we're going back to the saw. Again, thanks everyone for being here, and for those that have dropped in, I'll be checking my comments afterwards. Going out to the saw, get this cut. Sealing time, there we are. Sealing time with Ken. Well, you know where Moses was when the lights went out? Well, let me tell you, he was in the dark. Ha, LOL. Yeah, I know, I'm really funny, huh? I'm a royal crack up. Not. So, here we are. We're almost there. All right, we're back out here in the beautiful downtown southern sunny California. We got rain out here last night. Boy, it rained really good too. We got a pretty good downpour, surprisingly enough. And all right, let me get this turned around. Let's get her in position. I should mark my floor down here. I should put some little black dots or something down here where my legs go, so I don't have to keep adjusting every time. But I don't like that angle. I want more of a forward angle on this. That's more of a forward angle right there. Well, maybe here. Maybe that'll give us more of a forward angle. Yeah, that's better. And let me zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Doesn't want, it's not responding. Come on, trying to get this to zoom. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. I will definitely be checking my chat room when this is over. Okay, now I got to keep in mind. All right, let me see what you're seeing. Are you seeing? Can you see this over here? All right, right here. Oh, I don't know if you can. Can you see this right here? All right, I've got to remember, I've got to come over this way, all right, and stop at this point. So I'm going to cut down, then I'm going to cut over, all right? That will do it. All right, I didn't stop where I should have stopped, but in this particular situation, no harm, no foul. It's all good. All right. And we are going to turn this. Now we're going to line this up with this pencil line right here. Can you see the pencil line? Yeah, you can. All right. So we get that lined up with the pencil line. Okay, right here. Let's go over a tad. Okay, a little more. Now we're lined up. We are good to go. Sometimes the rock wants to get caught up with the blade. So if you turn off the blade first, turn off the power first, you're better off. Sometimes I get in a hurry and forget about doing that. Okay. All right, let's let this drain here. Let that drain. Actually, I don't need the cardboard, so we can just take the sheet out. All right. Thanks, everyone that's still sticking with me here and hanging out. Welcome new people as they come in. All right, we got sealing time. Sealing time with Ken in beautiful downtown southern sunny California. In my last live stream video, I was showing this textured ceiling I have. Looks like it might be something from, Italy maybe. I don't know. I've just never seen this design. It's not what I would call a Spanish design at all. It swirls. And I'd say the ceiling, I don't know where it came from. I'm assuming maybe like a Italy style. I don't know. Never been to Italy. Have you ever been? Southern California. All right. Here we go. Will it stay or will it go now? Will it stay or will it go? That's the question. You tell me. All right, let's see. Let's see what we're looking like. It's either wrong or it's right. No, this is real forgiving. There is no wrong or right, except for you cutting it and it fitting in the spot and not overlapping on the other rocks. I mean, I guess it can overlap a little bit if it fits down in there really nice. Then it can overlap. But that looks like that just might do the trick. Okay. Little high spot there. But I might be able to put it right there. Or like right there or something. Yeah. Something like that there. Over here. How. Yeah, that fits. Or over here. All right. Put that down in there. And that's nice. And that's nice. Gives it some character. It's full of character. That's for sure. All right. I have one more spot. We have this spot right here. And this will be full. Then it'll be all about finding the little stones that will fit in the particular location you're wanting to fill in. Remember, the spaces between the rocks create its own character within the shower floor itself. All right. I have, for example, I've got this space right here, and I have this good size river stone here, and I bet it fills it, and it looks really nice. Okay, so there it is. Look at that. That fits in there real nice. And I bet this piece right here, look at that. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Then I could take one of my wet saw and cut these rocks to fit, into a space, cut it the same shape so that it fits in there. Can do that too. Just cut the rock to fit. And that will go right there. Bam, there it is. Okay. So we take that, stick that under there. Beautiful. We call that beautiful. All right. Okay. Now, here's a piece that was cut. But let's see. So you can piece these in as well. Remember, we're talking a puzzle that can be pieced in. All right. I can just take this and lay this in here. Kind of move it around to where I think it fits really well. And then I can just cut around the rocks where it's going to fit if you had to. All right. Some people might like that. Just cut these pieces and just fit them in how you like. Use your own design, Just be creative. As long as they all tie together, it's what matters. And then you want everything sloping to the drain on all directions. So you got to check, put a level that goes from the back side of the edge of your shower, okay, against the wall to your drain. Okay, so you lay a level in here at the bottom across to the drain. You want these rocks a little high, and when I put the thin set there, it'll bring it up to where I want it. And I know I'm not being very clear, but they have videos on this here on YouTube, and that they show you. They do show you about that. That is information you can get here on YouTube. Okay, see, I just filled that spot. See, well, shoot, it looks like I'm into. I'll be right back. Bear with me. I've got to go. Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see here. Trying to see your name. My battery is telling me it needs to be charging. Let me see here. Let me take this off of Zoom. Zoom out. Come on, zoom out. Wanda, is that Wanda? I'm not sure. I think it says Wanda. This is a steam shower. For those of you that don't know, because you don't realize, most showers are not steam showers. This is a steam shower. That's why why we have the ceiling up there tiled. The hole is a light, and that's for a 16 by 16 rain shower. Okay. This pipe over here in the corner is for a handheld sprayer. Okay. And we've got 2 mixing valves, controls, and they're posi temp so that you flush the toilet and turn on the sink. It doesn't change the water in the shower. Okay, never heard of a steam shower. Yeah, the steam shower, let me back up. It's all enclosed, see? And it goes down to the shower curb. This is a reverse shower curb. I have a video showing you how I put this reverse shower curb up. It was a pain in my backside and pretty good challenge. Okay. And so yeah, this is a steam shower. The heat stays in the shower. Yeah, thank you. While you're here, I'll show you this other shower I've completed. I've done some custom work in there as well. Bear with me while I go through the tunnel. So while you're here, I'll show you this other shower. It's all custom. I did a lot of personal custom work in here that most people don't do, and most people may not know how to do. I learned this from doing staircases, bullnosing. I'll show you this shower curb you like bullnosed. Turn this around. Bullnose shower curb. I did this by hand. Okay, it's a bullnosed. It goes completely around. Come over here to the corner, and I bullnosed it all the way around. Okay, that's something most people don't do. And on the other side as well. Now, this is what they call bullnose when you buy it at the store. They call this bullnosing. That's a roundover. That's not a bullnose. I just showed you the bullnose on my shower curb. Okay? Now, I'll show you the functionality of the shampoo shelf. Having this extra 2.5 inch extension on it, it becomes like a windowsill. Okay? And look, I've got these huge 24 plus, 26 plus bottles of shampoo. All right, we've got the razors over here, but look at this. Like, this is a piece of tile. It was extra long. My wife wanted somewhere to hold a razor. So I just cut it in. I put my razor up here like this. I made a pencil mark on each side of the razor. Then I kind of angled it in and angled it in and cut this notch out. Then I painted it with some Testors craft paint, and then I finished it with polyurethane. Okay? And then this is a glass tile. Glass, what they call trim. Okay? But we've got 5.5 inches here of depth. Normally, what you get, your shower shelf stops right here, and you only get like 3 inches of space to set your stuff in. Very, very tiny. Okay? And you can see, this is like 18 inches from top to the bottom here, all right? And so this is custom. I've never seen one like this before. I do finished carpentry, working on staircases. Yeah, I have a plastic liner and it's shallow. Yeah, they're very shallow. And that's why I added this extension. It's like a windowsill. It's a lot of work, probably plastic, more than likely. But I was doing staircases, the spiral, the radius staircases. And it gave me the knowledge to be able to do this extension. Now it's quite a bit more work. And I had to figure this out because I'm not dealing with wood. And it's worth it. In the big picture, it's worth it. Most guys, they're clueless. I really had to think outside the box to put this extension on here. The bottom piece I'll show you is a reverse piece of tile. So it comes up because I figured you'd be looking at the surface and you want it to look nice. You don't want the grids in it. It's not ceramic, it's porcelain. Everything's porcelain. Ceramic is brittle and it breaks easier. And that's the problem with ceramic. It's brittle, okay? So the porcelain is stronger, it's harder, and porcelain is much, much better, much stronger. You don't lose as many tiles if you drop one or you tap one, or, it's a lot more forgiving before it cracks and or breaks. This porcelain is. It's tough stuff. All right, so I'll show you this here. See, if you go underneath, you see the grids, all right? And I didn't want the grids. That's the back side of the tile. This is the surface of the tile, and it didn't come out. It wasn't looking good enough. So I thought I'll paint it. I wanted to get that colored paint that has little specks of different colors in it. But I couldn't find any to match this silver gray in here. So I went with green. And it's a Testors. I got it at Hobby Lobby's. It's a little 4-inch can. Ran me like $7-8. But it was enough to do what I needed to do here. And then I sprayed it with polyurethane. And I have videos on how I did this. How I sprayed it, how I masked it off, and everything. All right. And this is a 12-inch backsplash. Most people only use 6 inches. I used the whole thing. All right. I took the round over that I showed you. I cut it narrower, and I put it up here. See, it's a round over. That's not a bullnose, but they call this bullnosing when you buy it at the tile store or Lowe's or wherever you get it. Thank you. This took a lot of work. See, this is a mosaic. This was pretty easy to lay. And you see how it's above my drain, okay? Now, the other thing I did, my wife wanted storage, more storage. So I made this space here under the shower seat, which was a pain in my backside. Took me quite a bit of time, or should I say it was time consuming. Not as bad as the shower shelf, though. Anyway, so we have storage. This is original. I've never seen one. It's totally custom. All right. Then the handrails for my mother-in-law. And then in this one, we just have the shower head with the connected handheld, okay? So this handheld goes up here. All right. And there's that. Now, when you step in the shower, if you notice, there's no knob here to turn the hot water on. You don't even have to get wet, okay? So you step into the shower, you reach around, and you turn on the water. All right? You never get wet, never. So that's pretty much it, I guess, on the shower. So it's pretty custom. This took me quite a bit of time. But it's been fun. It was challenging. And My wife's telling me she's leaving.
I probably won't be back till after midnight.
That's what I was kind of hearing. Well, enjoy. So anyways, this bathroom in here, I'm completely redoing it. It's a disaster zone. Okay, there's some new plumbing in there. So that's this one. Hey, Nathan. I didn't know I was going to be on this long, but I went live, people showed up, and so I'm going to put this in my playlist with the other two on the pebble floor or the river rock shower floor. So here we are in here. Now I've got that one piece to cut. I'm going to have to peel, unless I have a couple more sheets of stone, but I'm afraid they're stuck like these other ones. Hopefully not. Yeah, Nathan, tonight, I'm not sure when we'll go live. Hopefully these aren't stuck. Yeah, we'll go live, Nathan. I'm just not sure when. Let me see a comment here. Okay, is it porcelain? Price here, it's a little bit more. It's not that much more. But porcelain, because people are turning away from the ceramic. Porcelain's really dropping in price. And so it just depends, how much you have to spend. Are you going to tap yourself and face the challenges and the learning curves if you haven't ever done it? But go. But I've seen porcelain pretty inexpensive, that's for sure. But if you're careful with it, you just got to be really careful with the porcelain when you lay it. When you lay it on wherever you put it, especially if it's on the floor, you want to make sure not only do you put your thin set down on the floor, you want to back butter, what's called back buttering your tile, if you're not using like the mosaic, the 2x2s. Otherwise, if you have any hollow spots and it's porcelain, it could cause it to crack, depending on how much it's missing. We have some here, but it just all depends. There's some here, but it's porcelain. I mean, the ceramics, fine ceramics, been around for years. You just got to back butter it real well and make sure you've got everything covered. There's no hollow spots underneath your tile. So you lay your tile. If you're not sure, you pull it up. You check the back side. You have some big gaps. Put some thin set in there, and you're good. Tap it down and get it all level. Sometimes you got to shake it and pound on it if you don't know, to get it level. So it squishes out, the excess, and then you're solid. Tap on it. If you hear hollowness, and when you tap on it, it tells you, depending on if you're hearing it, you're missing quite a bit. You want at least 75-80% of your tile solid with your thin set. So if you have a 20% gap, that's quote unquote acceptable. I would say 100%. Or shoot for 100. Okay, hey, all right, my base BF has tile in the bathroom at his something. Think it's radiant heat. He installed it. Oh, okay. Okay, your boyfriend. Okay. Yeah, radiant heating's nice. You put it under your tile. Yeah. Um, that I know a little bit, don't know much about. I've been in houses when I was doing staircases where they were putting in the radiant floor. It had the radiant floor just put in. I know in one particular house, they had to install a brand new electric panel to handle the increase of watts and voltage. They had to increase the solar panel so it handled more breakers because of the radiant heating in the house. But it was a big house down at the beach. And hey, little dumpling, how you doing, my friend? I think it's just the bathroom, the radiant heating. Yeah, no, radiant heating's nice. It's really nice. It could spoil you, you know, kind of like a bidet. Yeah, I don't know how much power's on my phone. It could just up and die on us right here. I'm going to have to see if I can't get something plugged into it before it dies. Let's see here. I'm going to have to kind of get this some power going into this because I don't know, it could die any moment. Die any moment here. All right. Got that charging at the moment. Bear with me as I'm getting this set up so I could, or otherwise I'll just have to disconnect. Yeah, I got to get this plugged in real quick here before it dies. So again, continue just to bear with me here. And we'll be good here in just a second. All right. We're charging, so we're not going to die. And now I need to get this light plugged in over here. So I don't have enough light. Okay, I'm going to have to set this down. Okay, 1 second. Okay, at least for the moment, we're good. All right. Okay, now with this lighting, I'm having trouble seeing. Yeah, let me see here. It's nice. Keeps your feet warm. Yeah, it can spoil you. Are you kidding? Because saying it's kind of like a bidet. Get used to a bidet, might spoil you. And save on TP. Yeah, save the trees. Buy a bidet today. That was a free commercial. Let's see. I'm having trouble seeing. Didn't see the babies. Huh? You didn't say babies on here. Hold on. I'm trying to see what you wrote. I'm not seeing it right, and I know it. And these glasses are blurry. They're not prescription, and they're not helping me at all. Bible? You didn't say Bible. Let's see. I'm trying to see what you just said. I'm having trouble catching the word. All right. Something has a funny skirt. skit, a funny skit about the Bible. Oh boy, I is a college student, really. All right, I'm trying to see what you wrote. B-Day, B-Day. Biblical, is that biblical? Birthday, who has a birthday? Are you telling me somebody's has a birthday? Has a funny skit, I think you said, about Bible. Beal. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that word is, or I'm not seeing it right. Everybody, you can laugh at me, y'all. Y'all, saying y'all. Weekends over here. Yeah, I said bidet. Oh, you're talking about a bidet. I don't have a bidet. I was just talking. You were talking about having the heat coming, in the floor, the radiant heating. I said that can spoil you, just like if you had a bidet would spoil you. No toilet paper, save the trees. Save the trees. You get a bidet and save the trees. No toilet paper. But no, bidets, from what I understand, they could, I don't know. My honey's not that. It's funny. Skit on Saturday Night Live. Oh, okay. Saturday Night Live. You're taking me back to the 70s. That's where that takes me, to the 70s. You talk about Saturday Night Live. Or Friday, what was the other one? Not sure how it's spelled. Oh, the bidet. I think there's a Q in it, actually. It's a French word. And I believe a bidet has a Q. All right, we're on the same page. But yeah, radiant heating will spoil you, definitely. It's I've Chris Fairley is in the skit. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Not quite. It's been a while. I'd have to look him up, but I'm sure I know who he is. At least know of him anyway. Well, let me see. Little Dumpling, are you still here? If you're here, thanks for dropping in. And if you're here, I never got an email. Again, I don't know what's happening if you're here. Are you in here? Well, we've got 3 people in here. They must just be letting it play, which is okay. I appreciate it. But, well, shoot, I'm trying to see your name. Your name, is that Wendy's? Tell me if I'm seeing it right. It says 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Says 3 years. 3 years on what? 3 years on what? And I think I'm seeing Wendy's for your name, Wendy. Am I seeing it right? 3 people watching, yeah. But I think I don't know. It's okay though. It's all good. Spell your name for me in large and lock caps, in all caps. The name of your channel. It's native language. It's my native language. Okay. I can't, I don't know how to read that name. I'd have to put it in Google. It tells me. So if you spell your channel name in caps, what we, yeah. Yeah. I'm not getting it. I'm trying. I'm sure you're laughing over there, and it's all good. You can laugh. Wawiva. Wava. Wava? I don't think that's right either. But, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I can't. What can I say? I'm not. I don't. If I heard you say it, maybe I'd be fine. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. People have trouble pronouncing it. Well, if I heard you say it, I could probably say it, but I'd have to hear it. You know, when I was doing construction back in the day, you know, as a young man, I learned how to say back or going back in Spanish, and it's a tongue twister. And to say back in Spanish is para atrás, para atrás. Well, the first time I tried to say para atrás, oh man, I was stumbling all over the word. I was chewing it up. I was tearing it. I just damaged that word. I mean, I just stomped all over the word. I couldn't say it. When I first was learning, you know, the guy's laughing at me, and it was fun. But I finally got it. Bera, is that how you spell it? Barataras? I would have no clue how to spell that. I'm assuming you're telling me the spelling for it, because I have no clue how to spell it. It took me a little while to be able to say it. Oh, you don't know? Okay. All right. Well, shoot, you know, I'm sitting here at a standstill, and I need to mix up some thin set, and I need to do a little bit of floating on my floor. There's some low spots I need to fill in. I'm seeing with the rock laid in there. And so I got to do some fill. And so that's going to take time. And I've got my phone charging, and I can't sit in its stand right here and charge it. Well, thank you for hanging out here with me much. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and talking with you. And if I could say your name, I'd say it. Your first name might be as difficult to say. You know, maybe like on Google Hangout, where that might be doable, but I need an email for that. But anyways, all right. Well, you take care. God bless. Never give up, because there's always a way. And have a blessed day. Call you Way. Okay, Way. Way. It's Way. Way is like saying yes in English. It's a slang for saying cool or yeah. Way. Or way. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, just being silly. Okay. So we'll catch you later. Some say way. Way. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Way, I'm playing. Thank you, Way, for being here, for hanging out. We can wave. Wave. All right, you gotta love me, right? What can I say? Just being stupid, silly. Okay. Well, you have a good day, and have a blessed day. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And Little Dumpling, how's everyone doing? How's it going? Well, Little Dumpling, I'm glad you stopped in here, that you're here, and I know you're here. I was just saying I never got an email. If you send me your email, I'm sure you'll get my email. I don't know what's going on your end. I have no clue. But if you send me your email, then I can send you an email and we can connect that way, get on Google Hangouts, you know. And so, all right. Well, we were just getting ready my phone's charging. I can't really let it, at this moment, I'm unable to let it charge while I continue to video and stay live. So we're getting ready to disconnect here. You dropped in at a good time because I was wanting to mention that to you. And Wei, it's been a pleasure talking with you. And don't be a stranger. And remember, good content, everybody. Good content, good content. I'm not real happy with my last couple of videos. I feel like I've just left out quite a bit of information. For the guy that already knows and needs some help how to lay out and cut and whatever, then that's probably helpful for him or them, whoever it may be. But overall, I don't think these last couple of videos were very good. I'm a little disappointed with them. Okay, little dumpling. I'll be looking for it. So let me know if you tile and you've got something that you're seeing on, could you use some pointers in? I'm all ears, I'm not a pro. I'm not a professional. I'm a woodworker by trade. And I've been learning this for over the last little over a year. And so I'm sharing what I know. And again, I'm not real happy with these videos. The last few of them not. But if it helps somebody, that's what counts. That's why I'm doing it. All right, everyone. Thank you all for being here. And for those that watch the live stream after the live stream and you're listening here to the end of it, I want to thank you for your time, for you coming and being here as well. And, I hope you can glean from some of the information that I've shared and it benefits you. I bought $20 books that didn't even help me. I've probably spent $60, $80 in books that didn't even help me, And so I'm hoping, that I've given you some information here that helps you and you can benefit from, It's what brought me to YouTube. I got sick and tired of looking for videos that they didn't give you very much information about. The videos they were putting up, it promotes them, which is okay. That's good. You're showing people your work and what you can do and that kind of thing. But when a guy like me is coming in looking for information, it doesn't really help me very much. So I came here to make known what I know. All right. So take care. God bless. Bye for now. Never give up because there's always a way. And we're coming to you from beautiful downtown, sunny, Southern California. God bless. Keep it real. Bye for now. Never give up. Bye.